Hello, friends. Welcome back to English Classes Online. My name is Benjamin. Today's video is on how to write an article that scores high in your English exams. West African Senior School Certificate Examination English Preparatory Lesson. That is the focus of today's video. And if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe to the channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. You will find a red button tagged subscribe. Click on it and you will be subscribed to the channel. To make sure you have free access to all our videos, click also on the bell icon so that whenever we upload a new video on the channel, you will be notified instantly. Let's dive into the lesson right away. First, a quick look at the brief agenda. We are looking at why, what, and how. Number one, why is article writing in the West African Senior School Certificate Examination English exam important? Why is it important? Number two, what is article writing all about? What is it really all about? And number three, how to write an article suitable for publication in a national newspaper, international magazine, or a school magazine. Now, let's take this one by one. Now, article writing questions in the WAEC exam usually occur in section A of the English language theory questions. If you have watched other videos I uploaded on essay writing or story writing, all these are various forms of writing, all of which occur in section A of the English language theory questions. And it's really very important for you to learn the writing skill, how to write an article, how to write a letter, how to write a story, how to write a speech, how to write an argumentative essay, and so on and so forth, because writing is a very important skill that you will always require at one point or the other in your life. Even beyond the classroom and the exam hall, you will find these skills very, very important later on in your career. Now, why is article writing in the West African Senior School Certificate Examination or Wassce English exam important? Why is it important in this exam? Now, from the point of view of a candidate, essay writing carries 50 marks. So that precisely is what makes it very important as far as this exam is concerned, because if you are a candidate for this exam, you know what it means to lose 50 marks, and you know what it means to score 50 marks or a great chunk of 50 marks. Say you score 40 marks or 45 or 48, that gives you a very big lift. It boosts your overall performance in the exam. Now, articles are meant to be published in national newspapers, international magazines, or school magazines. All right, so beyond the classroom, beyond the exam hall, later in life, you will, at one point or the other, need to write an article, express your view, or even in today's social media and online communication, you will need to write a blog post or a social media post. Now, these are related forms of writing. And of course, if you are going to be a blogger, if you are going to own a website, you need to write articles regularly. So learning how to do it is very important. Now, articles are also usually published in professional journals and newsletters. Whether you become a doctor, an accountant, or an engineer, a surveyor, an architect, you know, you will belong to your profession, you know, and then you need to write articles, you contribute to your journal, your professional journal. So from one angle or the other, you discover that article writing is really important, both in school and beyond the school. Number two, what is article writing all about? Article writing is a writing skill that enables you to write articles suitable for publication in newspapers, magazines, journals, or newsletters. Even in business, you discover that you will need to write emails, you will need to write, you know, newsletters, you know, you will need to run certain marketing campaigns, and all these require the writing skills, all right? Now, let's take example from the West African Senior School Certificate Examination of June 2020. Question 2 in that section A of the theory questions part. It states, write an article suitable for publication in a national newspaper on the topic, the importance of promoting good reading habits in students. All right, so you are asked to write an article suitable for publication in a national newspaper on this topic. So from this, you really understand that an article is a piece of writing that discusses a topic of public interest, which is why it is published in the mass media. All right. Now, how to write an article suitable for publication in a national newspaper, international magazine, or a school magazine. Now, let's examine the 5 key steps to take. Step 1, write a catchy title. Now, it has to be a catchy title. The title is also commonly known as the headline, and it has to be catchy so that it will be readable. It will be it will attract the attention of your readers. From time to time, you listen to radio, especially in the morning when they discuss newspaper headlines. You discover that they are more interested in the headline. They simply read out the title. And, you know, the more attention grabbing the title is, the more likely that people will want to read it. So write a catchy title. Now, in most cases, you are given a title of the article in the essay question itself. We are now talking about the exam hall. You are a candidate in exam. You know, for example, write an article suitable for publication in a national newspaper on the topic, the importance of promoting good reading habits in students. We already saw this. Wassce, June 2020, the West African Senior School Certificate Examination of June 2020. Now, the title here is already given. You are already given the topic, all right? Write an article suitable for publication in a national newspaper on the topic. So you can see the topic, the importance of promoting good reading habits in students. Now, there are two ways of presenting this in your script. You can use total capitalization. You write everything in the title in capital letters. You can see this first option here. The importance of promoting good reading habits in students in capital letters. The second option or method is to use a combination of capital and small letters, in accordance with certain rules. One of the rules is that the first word in the title must begin with a capital letter. That's why you find that we begin the word "the," which is the first word, with the capital letter T. The second rule is that all the keywords in the title will begin with a capital letter. I say begin, that means the first letter in each keyword begins, is a capital letter. And what do we mean by keywords? They are words that in linguistics are called content words or lexical words. They are words from the notable word classes like nouns, verbs, adverbs, adjectives. All right, then you have some other examples, some other words that are inclusive, but these are the major ones. All right, so that's why you see here that the word importance, which is a noun, begins with the capital letter I. Then lesser words like prepositions, conjunctions, auxiliaries, pronouns, articles, all these are written in small letters. That's why you find the word of. After importance, you have of. Of is a preposition, so it is written in small letters. Then you have promoting, which is a verb. It begins with the capital letter P. Good is an adjective, is a content word. It begins with the capital letter G. Then reading is a verbal form that, is acting as an adjective here, as a modifier. All right. And so it is written with, it begins with the capital letter R. Then you have habits, which is a noun, beginning with the capital letter H. In is a preposition, so it's written in small letters. It is a lesser word. All right. Then you have students, which is a noun, beginning with the capital letter S. So that is so much about the title or the topic. Step number 2, write your introduction. And your introduction is usually contained in paragraph 1. Now use the inverted pyramid style of writing by ensuring that your first paragraph contains the key points of your article. All right, so that is what we mean by the inverted pyramid structure. Now, when you look at, I need to draw attention to certain things. So you can see that this is the inverted pyramid structure. And what this means is that you enrich this first paragraph. The most important information will come first, followed by important information, followed by less important information, followed by optional information, followed by least important information. Now, this is the inverted pyramid structure. When you write, you need to write in this way. You begin with the most important points. And why do I recommend this style of writing for your article in the English exam? Now, most of the of the markers, people who mark the exam scripts in these external exams, do not have all the time in the world to devote to reading your article. No. Let me tell you a secret. Let me give you a secret. Uh, when people mark scripts in these external exams, they are paid money according to the number of scripts they mark. All right. So the more scripts they mark, the more money they earn. So their time is precious to them because it translates into money. And that is why they are not going to spend so much time reading your article. They are in a hurry, so to say. So you need to convince them in your first paragraph, because your first paragraph is the point of contact that your reader has with your article. And that actually determines whether the reader will read on or just, you know, uh, abandon your article for being uninteresting. All right. So now you need to incorporate the key points in the first paragraph. And I show you how to do this. A good paragraph that uh, adopts the inverted pyramid structure will incorporate uh, 5 essential ingredients. These are things that can be contained in your first paragraph. The first one is the hook. Now, the hook is an attention-grabbing sentence or in a few sentences that are meant to grab your attention. All right, they are usually statements about the topic that will really provoke your interest in the article. So that is a hook to hook the reader's attention. And then comes the background information, because here you are dealing with the subject matter. All right, you are dealing with the subject matter. And in that case, you have to give relevant background information where necessary. Now, the next is the thesis. The thesis is the central message or the main idea or your personal viewpoint about the topic. You see, a topic can be very broad. For example, if you are talking about road accidents in a country, then it's a very broad topic. Your thesis enables you to narrow the topic to a manageable scope. For instance, you might want to talk about the factors responsible for the increase in road accidents in the country. You might want to focus on the effects of road accidents, or you might want to focus on the remedies, how to solve the problem. All right, so you narrow the topic to an angle that you want to talk about, from which you want to talk about it. That is your thesis. It is usually a sentence, a powerful statement that captures exactly all that you want to say about the topic. Then comes the enumeration, which is a product of your pre-writing or planning stage. All right, you plan your writing before you write, and then you brainstorm, you generate ideas, you jot them down, you create an outline. The outline is a list of the main ideas or the key points you want to discuss in your article. And once uh, you have already uh, identified the key points you want to discuss, you can quickly enumerate or list these points as part of your first paragraph. It enriches your first paragraph, and it gives the reader a complete picture of what the article is about. Then the intro is optional. This is a sentence that indicate that you are through with introducing the subject and you are now transiting or you are moving on to the next paragraph. All right, so these are essential ingredients: the hook, the background knowledge, the thesis, the enumeration, and the intro. These are all important. And we have talked about how you can use the inverted pyramids style of writing in order to ensure that you retain the attention, you grab the attention of the reader and also retain the attention. And even if you have to actually uh, grab the examiner's attention for marks, then even if the examiner doesn't read other parts of your essay, he is likely to award you maximum marks because you have convinced him at that stage already. All right. Now, step number 3, write the body of the article. You can see that every good piece of writing has a definite structure. You have the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. Then you have additional or extra features such as the title in the case of an article, or addresses in the case of a formal letter, and an address in the case of an informal letter. Then, of course, if you are writing a speech, you also have to come with a title, come with the salutation, and so on and so forth. So step number 3, write the body of the article. You need to organize the body of your article into at least 3 paragraphs. Now, if you are conversant with past WAEC questions, you will notice that when it comes to essay writing, WAEC usually requires the candidates to discuss at least 3 main ideas, 3 major ideas, and that will naturally enable you to write a very, very powerful essay. All right. Now, the body of your article begins with paragraph 2. This is where you discuss point 1. In paragraph 3, you discuss point 2. In paragraph 4, you discuss point 3. All right. Now, step number 4, write your conclusion. Your conclusion is the last part of your article. Your conclusion is the last paragraph, all right, where you bring your article to an end. And in your concluding paragraph, you can summarize your key points, or you can re-emphasize your thesis, or make a call to action. For instance, if you have written an article discussing the factor responsible for the rising incidence of road accidents, then you may have to end the article by calling on the relevant authorities either to repair the road or to inspect vehicles on the road to ensure that drivers don't get drunk while driving, and so on and so forth. Now, one other thing you can do with your last paragraph is to leave a lasting impression. Now, step number 5, use transition words and phrases. Now, as you move from one paragraph to another, you are moving from one idea. After discussing one idea, you begin to discuss a new idea. There are transition words that enable you to do this. Now, transition words are used to show the relationship between paragraphs, all right? Moving from one paragraph to another. They connect your ideas together and make it easier for your readers to understand your line of thoughts. When you want to discuss the first point, you can say firstly, or to start with, all right? So the reader or the audience knows that, they know exactly that you are moving from one line of thought to another. So that's exactly what it is. Now let's look at examples of transition words in English. If to emphasize your points, you can use words like undoubtedly, unquestionably, obviously, particularly or in particular, especially, clearly, importantly, absolutely, definitely, without a doubt, indeed. Now, if you want to add, this is more appropriate if you are moving uh, from an old paragraph to a new one. Then you can say along with, apart from this, moreover, furthermore, also, too, well, as well as that, besides, in addition, not only, but also in addition to this. All right. If you sometimes you may want to contrast a new idea with the previous one. So you use words like unlike, nevertheless, on the other hand, nonetheless, despite or in spite of, in contrast to, contrary to, whereas, alternatively, conversely, even so, differing from. All right. So different alternatives. Now, to achieve order, especially in a narrative, then you can say following, at this time, previously, firstly, first or firstly, second or secondly, third or thirdly, finally, subsequently, above all, before, last, but not the least, first and foremost. Of course, all these are, they have their various purposes in writing. But the important thing is for you to use transition words to make your article interconnected and to ensure that the right value is actually provided. So this is how we are going to draw the curtain. But before that, I must tell you that the last stage is to cross-check your work. This is step number 6. It's a kind of afterthought, but that is equally important. Cross-check your work. And you need to make sure you do this because you need to correct any errors in your answers, grammatical errors, spelling errors, punctuation, capitalization. You need to manage your time well so that you'll be able to finish your writing and then give about 10 minutes or between 5 and 10 minutes to cross-check your essay and, correct all the mistakes so that you won't lose marks. I want you to know that uh, mechanical accuracy is one of the parameters for assessing students' essay in the WAEC exam. And what this means is that every mistake or error you commit in your writing makes you to lose half a mark. So if you make like 10 mistakes, you have lost the 10 marks available. So it is important for you to really understand that you need to cross-check and ensure everything is all right. Now, this is where we are going to draw the curtain in today's video. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have, please like the video and share it with your friends and relations. If you have not subscribed to the channel, the time has come for you to actually subscribe to this channel. Make sure you hit the bell icon so that whenever a new video is uploaded on the channel, you will be instantly notified. Check the description section. You will find different related videos that will teach you different writing skills, letter writing, argumentative essay writing, speech writing, story writing, and so on and so forth. And also other areas of language proficiency, whether you're talking about oral English or lexis and structure, various aspects of English language learning. You will find the topics right on this channel. All right. And if you have any questions, any comments, or any suggestions, leave them in the comment section below. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye bye for now and Thanks for watching today's video. A big thank you to all of you out there for being part of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, kindly subscribe to this channel. Subscribe now as a way of giving us support. For notification about new videos, click on the bell icon. You will find the bell icon. Click on it so that whenever a new video is uploaded, you will be instantly notified. If you have actually enjoyed the video, like and share the video with your friends and relatives. This is very important. If you have any comments, leave your comments below. Any questions, any suggestions, we would gladly receive them and respond promptly and positively to them. See you in the next video. I look forward to always see you in the new video. Thank you and